YouTube, working on this 2020 Chevy Malibu, and we're removing the fuel tank, and we'll apply the same for several models. That one right there is a 2017, the gray one, but they're all the same from 2016 to 2022, I think. So I'm gonna come in the passenger side, and we're gonna look for the fuel lines. I already saw the engine on this car. I disconnect the fuel lines from the engine, but we have all the fuel lines connected all the way back here to the fuel tank. So we're gonna disconnect those lines and make sure there is no fuel. Another thing you can do, you don't have pressure on the fuel lines, you can remove the fuel pump fuse or relay and try to start the car. That way all the fuel that is in the lines is gonna go to the engine, and you're not gonna have any more fuel in the lines. That's something you can do to don't have all that pressure in the lines. So we're gonna come here under the car. You can see here should be the exhaust pipe, and you're gonna look for two fat lines, and these two skinny ones are for the are brake lines, and this is the fuel line. So you're gonna follow them, and you're gonna disconnect both of them. This is one here, and for this one it's easy. Just insert a flat screwdriver. There's a little gap in here, you see right there. So just disconnect, put a flat screwdriver in there and remove it just like that. All right, and then you can just pull. You can remove it completely just like that. You can just pull it apart. I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna put a container under here just in case I have some fuel still in the lines. And then if you follow the other fat line over here, you're gonna see it goes in there and then goes all the way here, and you're gonna find out it plugs in there. So as you can see here, we don't have the gap in the bottom, so it's kind of hard to work from the top here. So what we're gonna do, just press in the sides of here and it should pop. Right, I already removed it, so it was just sitting there, but just open these two legs right here, open it, and then just push it with both of your hands, and it should pop out. We're gonna disconnect those lines first. And also we have another one in here. This is the breather line. This one right here, I already removed the lock. This breather line is connected as well to the fuel tank, and it goes all the way to the top, close to where you fill up your tank. Also, we're gonna remove this one right here is where you fill up the tank. Right, it's connected all the way to the top to the fuel cap. And we're gonna remove it from here. Just remove this clamp and pull out the hose. It should be free. For now, I think after that we are going to remove one bolt, two bolts. Right, we're just gonna loosen up the bolts, and we're gonna see from there. There is only 1, 2, and then 3, 4 bolts in the back of the tank that are holding the tank in place. There's nothing else, right? So as soon as you remove, especially if you have some fuel in the tank, it's gonna be a little bit heavy. So remove one bolt from here, and then just loosen up the other one and try to see how heavy the tank is. Right, try to see how heavy it is. If it's too heavy, you can put a jack under here with a piece of wood, 2x4 or 4x4, to help you, and because the jack by itself, it can damage the tank. So put something flat, a piece of wood or something, to help you, like a cushion for the tank, in between the tank and the jack. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then we'll see from there. We'll see if there's something else that we need to disconnect under here. Okay, just to give you an idea what we're doing here. So I disconnect the hoses that I told you. This one too. I disconnect the one in the back, and this one right here. Okay, and I remove completely this bolt right here, but I just loosen up the one in the back, and the two in the will be the front, the two right here, and the other side, the two on the other side. So you can see now the fuel tank is loose, so you're gonna be able, someone saying hi, but you're gonna see that this charcoal canister is all together with the fuel tank, right? It's moving all together. So we also need to disconnect this line right here. There's a rear hose for the charcoal canister, it goes all the way up as well. Need to disconnect that, and then we're gonna place like I said, a jack and a 2x4 to use like as a cushion right there, and start removing completely the bolts. All right, and hopefully that's all that's gonna be all that we need to disconnect. So we're gonna do that, and I'll get back to you again. Okay, and this one, this is like a little lock, so you have to push it up a little bit and then in, and it's gonna release. Let me see, you can see release the lock. Now you can insert the flat screwdriver in the back, and then start you can remove this lock. If you remove it, you just need to pull it, and the hose is gonna come off. I'm sorry for the bad angle, but I'm working on the ground right now, and it's kinda hard. All right, we got that. Oh, there is two locks. There's another one in the bag. It's two locks. All right, so once you remove, there's two locks, remove it. You can remove the lock from here, from the top, and then you can just remove the hose. That easy. Right, now we're gonna remove the fuel tank. I already placed my jack. Okay, as you can see, I already placed my jack under the fuel tank. I already removed one bolt. I'm gonna remove the other three, one by one, and we're gonna see how is it going. You know, we need to be careful. I don't want the fuel tank to fall on top of me or spill some of the fuel that is in it. Another thing, this is a good way as well to get to the fuel pump. I didn't mention that before because I'm just concentrating on remove the fuel tank, but this is a way to get to the fuel pump, to see the location, and how to remove it as well. We're gonna do that too, because we need to remove all the fuel from that fuel tank. So let's keep working on it, and I'm gonna leave you here so you can see. And as you keep removing the bolts, you're gonna be able to see that the fuel tank is not moving at all. So that means the jack is doing its job, is holding the fuel tank in place. So we're gonna remove this one more bolt. I'm gonna lower the tank just a little bit. All right, why? Because there's some there might be some other connections to the tank, to the fuel pump. I'm gonna remove one last bolt. There is. Now the 4 bolts that are holding the fuel tank, I will remove them. So we're gonna start lowering the jack just a little bit, right? Anyway, I don't care about this car because it's junk. But if you're working on your car, your daily drive car, you need to be careful. You don't want some wires to snap, or fuel lines or another lines to break. Can you see anything on the other side? We're gonna lower the fuel tank a little bit more. Then what you can do, you can try to look the flashlight between the fuel tank and the car to see what's going on. We're gonna do that again a little bit more, and then we're gonna check on the other side, see what's going on the other side. This is just water, okay, that was in the car, just so you know. Don't freak out, it's not fuel. Then from here you can see some of the connections that are in there. See, you can see these wires. I think it's for the fuel pump. They are all connected over there. with the model and everything, but I don't want to remove from there. I want to remove the plug close to the fuel pump. But we're gonna do, I think, this wire is loose enough so we can lower the fuel tank all the way down, and then we can disconnect the disconnect the fuel pump from there. Now, this is my first time removing this fuel tank, alright, so we're learning together. Alright. So fuel tank is down completely, and like I said, this gives you enough room. It gives you enough space to remove the fuel tank all the way down, because this wire is still loose. Now I just have my car on a couple of jack stands. I don't know how much you lift your car. You have to make sure you can lower the fuel tank all the way down, so you don't snap any of these wires. And we're gonna remove 4 connectors. There's one here, and this is easy. Just remove the red lug with a flat screwdriver to the top, and then press the clip right here, and you can release the connector. We have 4 connectors. There's another one right there, and then we have another one there by the fuel pump, and then we have another one by the what's that, a fuel hose right there. So it's only 4 connectors. We're gonna remove those connectors. We're gonna be able to pull out the fuel tank, and also we're gonna be able to remove the fuel pump if we need to do that, right? Okay, so fuel tank is out. We're gonna be able just to slide it out of there, and I used to go over the connectors, so this is the lug that I'm talking about when I say the red one. You remove it back, and then you press here, and it's gonna release that one. And the small one, this one goes connected there to that fuel line right there. So you remove the lug back, and you're gonna press in the back right here to remove it. This one is the one. This one, same. Move the red lug back, and then press here to release. And this is the other one right here, the same. Push it back, and then you press in here to release the connector. The wires are in this bracket right here, so you can get it loose just by pushing here, and it removes all of those lines and the wires, and now we have access to the fuel pump. So this is how you remove the fuel tank on this Chevy Malibu. Again, it will be the same from 2016 to 2022, I think. And next we're gonna make a video on how to remove the fuel pump, because I need to empty this fuel tank. We're gonna remove all the fuel first, and then we're gonna remove the fuel pump, and in case you need to replace it or you need to change it, this is the way you can do it. Unfortunately, there is some cars that you can work from the top under the back seat, but not in this car. You have to actually remove the whole fuel tank in order to work on the fuel pump. Thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful for you. If it was, please consider liking and subscribe. Thank you very much.